Hello there. Hello. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. We're taking a look at the energy of the day and see what comes out. Okay. We don't have any pre proposed subjects. We're just going to look at the energy and see what comes out and see what Spirit has to say. Okay. I've already shuffled my cards. I'm going to start off with my Crow Tarot Oracle, and then we'll do the Crow Tarot, and then maybe some other decks if we feel called to add on to it. Like, share, comment. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Subscribe if you have not. Hit the bell if you find yourself subscribing. Let's see what comes out. I hope you all are well this evening. What is the energy of the evening, Spirit? Insight. Insight. I feel like someone has been working on something and really understanding the value of completing this or getting to the prize of what you're working for. Excuse me. Um, this is getting insight on what it takes to get something done, right? It feels like it's been a process. It's been something that you may be just super zoomed in on, just watching as every little segment, every little piece is being added and put together. That's the energy that's coming out here. Let's see. This feels like it could be reward oriented. Like that's the whole idea behind this. There's some reward coming here upon the completion. All right, let's keep going. Now, the perspective comes out, which kind of gives me the feel like things could be really slow moving, but slowly, Perspective is an energy that really brings us to the hangman energy where things may slow down to a halt, but it's purposeful. Okay. This is coming in as the obstacle. And it could show up as making things feel like they're coming to a halt or they're not moving, but there's purpose in that though. Many times that's so that things can be arranged and prepared before moving forward and making sure that everything is really grounded and stable and the foundation of a thing is being made correctly. So there is a method to the madness. Spirit is saying, there's a method to my madness. Just follow me. Okay. And so, though this could be going slow or taking longer than you anticipated, there's a good reason for it. Okay. Now, I don't know how you're feeling about this. How do you feel about this? Let's see. How are you feeling about this? You may be talking about it. You may not, right? This could be something that it even could be something like you may need to even ask for help, like here with communication, because communication is all about you expressing what it is that you need, not expecting for help to come if you haven't asked, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. And so there's something here about possibly taking the opportunity to ask or address what needs you feel like you have and ask for help if that's what you're needing. This is how you're feeling. So you may be feeling like you need to ask for some help. Yeah. Let me just clarify that here. With communication coming out as the response to how you're feeling. Why is communication how you're feeling? Let's see. Let's see. Why is communication how you're feeling? Ooh, 5 of Swords. Why is communication how you're feeling? You may not want to ask for help. Five of Swords. There's some inner conflict, some pushback, maybe even some competition being felt here. Um, and the Five of Cups, two fives. Hmm. There may be some things that are changing with how you're looking at things, how you're thinking about things. Um, and communication could express you needing to communicate something. Maybe you don't really have the right source to communicate with or the right connects to communicate with. Or maybe it's that you don't want to. Maybe this is because you're feeling a sense of pushback or competition. I don't know. There's something here about needing or having communication on your mind. But with the Five of Swords, I wouldn't want to communicate either. Or the Five of Cups. There's some hesitation here for some reason. Hmm. And it has something to do with how you're seeing things, how you're seeing the setup currently. With the Five of Swords, it definitely feels aggressive. The Five of Cups could have that feeling too. But let's see. What can you expect moving forward? Let's take a look at the future here. What can you expect moving forward? Ooh, mimicry. Wow. Wow. And so your feelings are right. Listen, there's something that you're seeing and you're hitting it right on the nose. Mimicry is coming out here in the future. So there's going to be something to watch out for, right? As you move forward, something is not going to be as it presents itself to be. Something is not going to be what it looks like, or it's not going to be what it sounds like. Um, and so there's a need to pay attention as you move forward and keep your eyes open and keep your ears peeled. Keep your ears peeled. Um, because I get the feel like there's going to be something or someone that is going to maybe have on a mask. There's going to be someone or something that appears to be something that it's not. It's going to look one way, or it's going to sound one way, but it's actually going to be something totally different. Let's see what this is. What is this in the future that my viewer will need to be aware of with mimicry? What is this that my viewer will need to be aware of with mimicry? The Hierophant comes out. Ooh, so this might be something coming disguised as something good and something wholesome, or someone good and someone wholesome that's coming in, to help or even to advise or give instruction. The Hierophant and the Six of Wands. And so the Hierophant followed by the Six of Wands. This has given me the feel of being directed into a position, like a high level position, like maybe with an organization of some kind. The Hierophant can be institutions like schools or religious institutions. It could even be government. But there's something about this mimicry that bothers me. This energy is good, right? It's being heralded into a high level position of some kind. But mimicry is saying that it may not be what it looks like. And so something here in the future, possibly you'll be offered some kind of position or offered some type of opportunity of some kind. But there's something here about mimicry that worries me because mimicry says that something sounds like it's good or it sounds like one thing when actually it's something totally different. It sounds one way, but it's something actually totally different. If you take a look at it and not just go on what you're hearing and also do due diligence in finding out all the information about this, all the ins and outs, the perks, all of the pros and cons, right? Whatever this is that'll be offered to you, make sure you do your due diligence so you know exactly what it is that's being offered to you. Okay. Interesting. Because it looks real good. This Hierophant with the Six of Wands. Let's see. Let's keep going. What else, Spirit? Yeah, and you come from a place, I see in the experience, like you've had to be very, or you have cultivated this energy of being very protective, like of yourself and of it just has this overall protective energy. As I look back at places where you've come from, you've had to garner this sense of covering over what you have for some kind of reason. This could be from your experiences, right? Why is this protection coming out in the past? Why is the protection coming out in the past? Or maybe you've learned how to set up good boundaries and good protection to make sure that you don't let someone come in and take what you have or take what's yours and take what you have earned for. Take what you have earned and worked for. Okay, let's see. I know one of these cards turned over. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, guarding against loss of what it is that you have invested in and worked for, whether that's investing time. And I get the feel like possibly there has been things that have happened in the past. Maybe you didn't know, the ins and outs of an industry, and there were situations that happened where you worked for something and you built it up, and then someone came in under your nose that you may have thought was helpful and just took what it is that you built, right? I get that kind of energy. And because of that, now you sit in this very protective energy, guarding what you're growing and what you're investing in. You have a whole different stance that you've learned from this experience in the past. And again, in the future, as we move forward, there's this alert that's sounding, that's telling you to be very careful because it may have that kind of same energy, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm feeling like being invited into a place just to kind of see like what you have going on, to pick your head, to see like what plans, what creative ideas you have, not really intending to offer, but just more like trying to pick your brain to see where you are, right? That's the energy I'm getting. So be careful that you don't give your creative ideas away because someone may be watching and waiting to kind of pick your brain to, you know how it goes. All right, bond is coming out here as a support, which is interesting. So it's saying that there's some type of bond that you have that actually is coming in as supportive energy. And so you may have some type of connection with someone that might be able to assist you in this new direction, in this new way. It's saying that there's someone close to you that you might consider family that may be able to assist you. So seek guidance, not just from anybody, but from someone who is trusted, who you know their character, you know their tendencies, right? Um, you know their reliability. And so there's something about moving forward in the future, only trusting those and allowing yourself to receive guidance and support from those that you know, right? There's something about this here that you are not to trust anybody. Now, this is making me want to go back to the beginning of the reading and find out what you're working on. What are you working on? So I want to know, what is this insight here that you're working on? That was the very first card that we pulled out. Something you've been working on for a while. What is this? Let's see if Spirit will tell us. What is this that you're working on? Why is insight here? This thing you've been working on. Hmm. Hmm. So I got the King of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. The King of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. This definitely is something you're working on with the Wands, the Three of Wands, and the King of Wands. This is something, has something to do with business, I'm feeling, definitely with the King of Wands, because the King of Wands carries that kind of energy, that very enterprise type of energy. The Three of Wands is actually moving into a space where you might be inventing something or inventing a way that represents some type of advancement, like for society, or it's going to alleviate some kind of suffering with the Nine of Swords. Huh. Okay. The energy that you're currently in is the anomaly. That's the energy that you're in right now. That's very interesting. Mm, 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 mm. The anomaly is is the energy that you're in right now. And so there's something about the energy that you're in that actually places you in a very, hmm, and I want to say a privileged position, because in this picture, in a sea of black birds, you're the only white bird there. Can you see that? Ah, there we go. See all the black birds around? You're the only white bird there. And so this places you in a very interesting position, a rare position. It's almost like there's something about you that's different than everything else around you. There's something about the energy that you're in that places you in a different space than everything around you. And it's hard to ignore. It's hard to avoid too. And it's going to stand out in some way, whether it draws positive energy or whether this thing, this energy that you have draws negative energy, whether it's positive or negative, it's going to draw energy. It's just the energy that you're in. You can't help it. You can't help it. And so there's something about your energy that is standing out. It's standing out, and this bird is glowing. It's glowing. There's something about you, I feel like it's almost like you have a target on your head. And it's not necessarily a bad target, but there's just something. Let me see. Why is anomaly the energy? The Eight of Wands. It's extraordinary. There's something extraordinary about your energy. So we have the Eight of Wands and the King of Cups. Something about your energy. Let's see what it is. The Eight of Wands and the King of Cups. Definitely some the King of Cups is definitely one that stands out, right? The King of Cups is one that doesn't mind standing out. They're just really comfortable in their skin. And it's someone that draws people in because the King of Cups, their very nature is helping. And so there's something about you being in an energy of being very secure and comfortable, being called to, assist in some type of way. That's just what you do. It's your nature. Um, and it's different, not bad, different, not necessarily good. It's just different. There's a genuine concern and love for others that you carry. People may be drawn to you and just connect with you very easily because there's something very loyal and kind-hearted that people feel about you, something that's very open and receiving. Um, and so the King of Cups is definitely a beautiful energy. What about this Wands? The Eight of Wands. So usually it's talking about very fast moving energy. So there's something about the energy that you carry. It is exceptional, right? And there's something, I feel like it's magical, right? There's something about fast paced movement. Um, and always bringing something good with that movement. It's good energy. The wands can talk about travel, but it also talks about fast movement. And so there's something about your energy that's very comforting. It's something about it is magical. Like what would usually take a long time, like it happens very fast around you or for you. There's something magical about your energy here. And it draws attention. Yeah. And because of that, you have to be really careful. You have to be really careful because I feel like there's something that, and I'm almost feeling like I'm talking to like an empath, a human energetic sponge, right? And so because you have that kind of energy, you have to be careful with what you connect to, what you allow yourself to be open to, because you have this energy of absorbing, right? And pulling things in towards you. And so you have to view all of the places where you go as influential so that you stay on guard in that way. And so that you will, even going back to that energy of being protective, right? Being protective of what it is that you carry. That's what Spirit is saying here. As you go around into different environments, you have to be protective of your energy, of what you allow to influence you. There may be something right now that's influential in your environment. Let me see. Yeah. Spirit may be telling you right now to get out. If this is resonating for you, there may be something influential in your environment right now. The Six of Swords came out, which means to move away. The Knight of Pentacles came out as well. Move away quietly, slowly. Just kind of exit on out to, what do they say? Exit, scene left. Exit right on out of the bricks, exit right on off the stage of that environment, okay? Because there's something that is not necessarily good influence where you are right now, okay? Be on guard. Now, as I go back to this past card where we're talking about protection, there was something that you were given. Now I'm understanding more. There was something that you were given in the past, right? And now you are held responsible to protect it. To protect it. Yeah, because we have the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. You are given the responsibility to protect it, with the Seven of Pentacles to cultivate it and not to lose it, not to trade it for anything, right? With the Five of Pentacles, not to lose it. You've been given this responsibility. I feel like part of this that you're working on could have something to do with you. Mm-hmm. Let's keep going. We're almost done. Cashing comes out. And I feel like this represents you desiring to really cultivate what you have. As you can see in this picture, there's the energy of replication. There's the energy of being a good steward of what you have, right? He's not hiding it away. Well, he is, but more so he's planting, right? For production to, even make more or save it for later. It's being a good steward of what you have. I feel like this is your desire that you would be able to maintain and to handle what it is that you've been given, whether it's an opportunity or whether it is this experience that's coming out in this reading. You want to be a good steward of it. All right, let's get one more and then we're going to close it out here. One more to end it out. Ah. All right, and we have gifts that comes out. In the end, right, you end up with all of these different things to utilize, to use, that's been given to you. That sounds plain, right? What are these gifts? Let's see. What are these gifts? The Ace of Swords, okay? What are these gifts? Ah. What are these gifts? I'm going to take them, right? So we have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Devil, but the Devil came in reverse, okay? And so when we're talking about these gifts, this is the outcome of this reading where we end, right? But when we talk about how this ends or what's the outcome of this quest that we're talking about right now. It started out with you working really hard on something right now. The insight comes in for you, showing that you've been working really hard on something piece by piece, day by day, not giving up, plummeting at it. And it ends with the gifts, right? The Ace of Swords being one, which is a very powerful card. Um, this is victory and triumph over any difficult situation that will be that will arise or you'll be confronted with. And so this is the gift of great inner strength, first and foremost, clarity around thought. And so you will be able to secure success in any situation. This is not just a little bit of strength. This is a great amount of strength, a great force of strength that stems from an inner power and pointing to the ability to overcome setbacks and adversity through your own actions. It is a very masculine energy, and quite beautiful as well. And so, this is one of the things that come out of this process that you're working towards right now. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about work and mastery, right? It's working till you master it day and night, day after day. All of your effort will be, it'll be rewarded through the work itself with the end product. And this is the process of kind of like apprenticeship, starting something from the beginning and going all the way through the end, learning something new all the way through to professional level. hmm From position to position. It also can point to talents leading to a venture of some kind that will bring in lots of financial rewards as well. It's almost like turning an interest or a hobby into something, bringing it to its full potential. And so this could have something to do with a vocational matter, maybe looking into that a little bit more closely, or that's what this is, some type of vocation, um, following a different path all the way to victory, right? This is going to be more successful than you even thought that it ever could be. That's what the Eight of Pentacles says. Yeah. All right. Also, we have the Knight of Cups that came out. And the Knight of Cups, let me see, is usually a young man. It's water element, kind of with romantic or idealistic mindset. It doesn't have to be, but usually that's what that card represents. Now, in this case, this knight would symbolize feelings on a very emotional level. And this is an offer being brought to you, a very exciting offer. It's a high level of excitement. And so it could be either or. This could be an offer along with some level of romantic gesture. Like, it really could. But there's something interesting about the offer and, um, this work around the development of this offer. And and so there's something about an offer that will be made at some point, and we did realize that early on, that there's an offer coming through of some kind, and to guard, right? Be very careful accepting offers because there could be some coming in that may not be this offer, right? This is going to be the offer, but there could be others coming in posing as this offer, but it's not. It may look like it may sound like it, but it may not be. And so be very careful. Okay. Seek wise wisdom. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we'll end with the Devil in reverse so I can cut this short. And so the Queen of Pentacles, let me see. The Queen of Pentacles is a card that, let's see, actually points out different aspects of wealthy energy, right? Queens are, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it is a woman, right? But it's talking about the energy and how this energy exercises itself. And so the queens are usually very nurturing, very accepting, receiving energies, right? So we talk about the Queen of Pentacles, we're talking about a certain type of wealth that also is concerned with others. It's also receiving and, it's nurturing, it's balanced, it's grounded, it's very responsible. Like when it comes to management, things like management and, making sure everything is balanced and in order. And so this energy talks about the energy of wealth and generosity and responsibility, nobility, and the energy of being not only responsible, but even being a great business minded person, right? We were talking about that energy of the bird that was burying the little caches, right? This is Queen of Pentacles energy. It's taking what you have and going and multiplying it or going and investing it, Um, the Queen of Pentacles takes the energy of wealth and moves forward with it and expands it. She's responsible with it. And so there's something about that energy here that can also be like very independent and just, works tirelessly and, but balanced when it comes to business and when it comes to the personal life as well. Very detailed as well. And so there's something very business-like about this energy. I feel like it talks about some kind of business um, envelopment here and success in that area when it's all said and done. And then lastly, we have the devil turned upside down. And so that's a nice way to end it because with every good thing, there comes a little bit of temptation. And so, how will we handle this energy? And so, this is all about the energy of taking something good and kind of disturbing and mutilating it and turning it into something outside of what it was purposed for. This energy comes to change things, to steal, to kill, to destroy. Oops, I hope I don't get blocked for saying that. But it also comes to usurp and to enslave, but there's something about this because it's turned in reverse. I get the feeling like this energy may show up, right? It may show up and try to disturb your groove, but it will not be successful. There's something about this energy being turned upside down. I feel like you're going to have the power to ward off this energy, possibly even with energies that will come within that energy to disturb the good thing. There's something about your energy that will flip it around and send that energy away changed, right? I almost feel like that's the energy here. Yeah. And so there's something about that energy that is being reversed. Okay. All that that could entail, however you perceive that energy. This could be a lack of discipline, a lack of limits and boundaries. And this could talk about addictions and, um, being enslaved to others, being controlled. But there's something about that that will not have its way in this situation that you're in because it was turned in reverse. So every attempt that will come to try to destroy and distort what you're doing, there's going to be a reversal of it. It will not be successful. Now, it's not saying that the attempt won't happen, but it's saying that it will not prevail. It will not. Okay. And with that, I'm going to leave it right there. I love it, right? It comes out with a beautiful end, victorious end. And so that's all we need to know is that it ends well. And so good luck, whoever this is for. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you have not. Make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified in case we go live in the future. And let me just pull one dream card for you. Spirit gave us bathroom. Flush away all that no longer serves you. Just let it go right on down the toilet. Okay. Just flush it away. Make time and room for the backup too, right? It's going to be a lot of flushing. Just let it roll on away. Okay. All right. Until next time, take care and make sure you stay on guard. Okay. Because for all of the good that you're doing, there's going to be some, you know, energies that try to come against what you're doing, especially when you're doing it for good. And it may even, in fact, try to come against you when you stand for good and you are that good energy. But don't allow it to win, right? Just allow it, just flush it and allow it to just roll right on down. See the whirlwind going down into the bowl and let it just go right on down to the septic tank. Okay. All right. We'll talk next time. It's been Blood Moon Oracle. Until next time, take care of yourself. Okay. All right. Bye. That's the encouragement of the day.